with dreams and words. With a patient heart and guiding hand, you helped us rise, you helped us stand. Good morning, St. Paul's. This is Fuzail Hussain
and Shri,
and we'll be your anchors for this program where we have gathered here today to bid farewell to respected Savi Maloo ma'am, Thomas Kaipada sir, Anju Hinger ma'am, Shri Harish Ahari and Shri Lalu.
It is a privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed guests who are being escorted as we speak.
So, let's hear a huge round of applause for our honorable retirees. Before we begin, let's invoke the blessings of the divine and embrace our rich tradition. Every auspicious occasion begins with the Aarti and Tilak.
Tilak, mark of respect, gently placed, signifies honor and purity.
And the Aarti, with its radiant flame, offers light, devotion, and a sacred welcome to all that lies ahead.
As we prepare to welcome our esteemed guests, let's embrace these customs with reverence and joy. चलते चलते यूं हम मुस्कुराते
Hinger ma'am, respected Lala Ramji, families who have come for this hearty congratulations. We welcome you over here. Sit back, relax, and it's your day today. Also, Reverend Father Marcel Dodiar, our manager, Reverend Father George KK, our principal, Reverend Sister, respected teachers, and all my dear children. Taking much time, let's get started. Preparation. Over to you.
Our guests of the day, respected Savi Maloo ma'am, Thomas Kaipada sir, Shri Harish ji Ahari, Shri Lalu ji, Reverend Father Marcel Dodiar, Reverend Father George KK, and Sister Sushila for lighting the lamp.
is lit, may its flame guide our hearts and bless this occasion with wisdom. Dance is the hidden language of the soul, and when it becomes a prayer, it transcends human boundaries and forms a connection with the Almighty.
Now, I'd like to call upon our students to invoke God's blessings.
What a truly pious and serene atmosphere that dance created. I can see a wave of tranquility on the faces of the students.
We are indebted to the teachers to whom we are bidding farewell today for their unmeasurable contributions.
Conveying the same on behalf of everyone here, I would now like to invite Ankita Messi ma'am on stage for the welcome note.
Is a celebration of old memories and new beginnings. Good morning, Reverend Father Principal George K.K., Reverend Father Manager Marcel Godiar, Reverend Sister Sushila, dear teachers and loving students, today we have gathered here not to say goodbye, but to celebrate and to say thanks to our inspiring teachers, Mrs. Savi Maloo ma'am, Mr. Thomas Kaipada sir, and Mrs. Anju Hinger ma'am, and to our dedicated and hard-working helping staff, Shri Harish Ahari ji and Shri Lala ji. It is rightly said, better is the end of a thing than its beginning. Retirement is a significant life transformation which started with uncertain challenges, but with your hard work, dedication, and along with your patience, you have earned the unexpected and rewarding outcome. I would now take an opportunity to welcome our special guest for the day, Mrs. Savi Maloo ma'am. She served the school for 33 years with extreme dedication and hard work. Ma'am, your lessons went beyond the textbooks, teaching valuable life skills which will stay with your students throughout their life. You have been a mentor, guide, and a source for inspiration for all of us. I welcome respected Thomas Kaipada sir, who has given his valuable 29 years to our school and has not only taught equations and formulae, but also the importance of problem-solving skills, critical thinking, and perseverance. Mrs. Anju Hinger ma'am, who joined the folds of St. Paul's Senior Secondary School 14 years back and is now accepting the farewell and bidding us goodbye due to her health issues. Ma'am, your dedication, patience, and kindness will never be forgotten. सेवानिवृत्ति के इस महत्वपूर्ण व विशेष अवसर पर मैं पूरे विद्यालय परिवार की ओर से हमारे प्रिय व कर्मठ सहायक कर्मचारी श्री हरीश आहारी जी व श्री लालू राम जी का भी स्वागत करती हूँ व अभिनंदन करती हूँ। आज के इस विशेष अवसर पर हम आपकी इन सेवाओं और योगदान के लिए जो आपने हमारे विद्यालय में दिए हैं, हम आपका बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करते हैं और आपके भविष्य के लिए भी शुभकामनाएं करते हैं। साथ ही आपके परिवारजनों का जो हमारे मध्य उपस्थित हैं, हम उनका भी स्वागत करते हैं। I also welcome the extended family members of our dedicated and respected teachers who have spared their precious time to be a part of this momentous celebration. Let's come together to make this event a memorable one for our beloved ones. Warm regards and welcome to you all to our St. Paul's family. Thanks for putting your heart, mind, and soul in teaching and making your lessons so beautiful that we have learned the beauty of learning from you. Your influence extended far beyond the classrooms. As we embark a new chapter in your life, we wish you all a very good wishes and all the best. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
On behalf of the student fraternity, with gratefulness, love, and affection in our hearts, I would now like to invite Master Farhan Nag on stage for his farewell speech.
As the great poet Rabindranath Tagore once said, the teachers who make the most lasting impression are the ones who inspire students to think for themselves. Good morning to one and all present here. Honorable retirees, respected Father Principal, respected Father Manager, Sister Sushila, teachers and my fellow mates. People work hard to climb the mountains, and when they finally reach the top, they get to enjoy the view. Congratulations to our retiring teachers and staff on reaching this beautiful summit. Today, we have gathered here to honor and celebrate three incredible educators, Savi Maloo ma'am, Thomas Kaipada sir, and Anju Hinger ma'am. and two of our helping staff, Shri Harish ji Ahari and Shri Lalu ji. After years of unwavering dedication, you leave behind more than just lessons. You leave behind a legacy. You were not just educators, but mentors, guides, and even friends. You taught us more than textbooks ever could. Lessons of compassion, resilience, and integrity. When we talk about the esteemed educators of St. Paul's, Savi Maloo ma'am, Thomas Kaipada sir, and Anju Hinger ma'am stand out as exemplary figures. Savi Maloo ma'am, an extraordinarily dedicated teacher not only of physics and computer sciences, but also of general knowledge and aptitude reasoning. She is a true reservoir of knowledge, and her vast experience even earned her the opportunity to go on a trip to NASA in the year 2010 along with 25 students for an astronaut training, where they won the Best Team Award. And when it comes to oration, her oratory skills are beyond words. In her absence, our sports day will inevitably lose a part of its essence and vibrant spirit that she has been bringing to this event years after years. Moving on to Thomas Kaipada sir, regarded as the Aryabhat of St. Paul's, embodies both intellectual brilliance and an athletic spirit. A sports enthusiast with a strong presence, he represented his college in Kabaddi. And his passion for fitness is clearly evident through his physique. He is a hard-working and dedicated teacher, known for his discipline and deep commitment to student success. From personal experience, I can say, well, while he's a strict teacher when it comes to learning, but his genuine care and affection for students always shines through. When we talk about Anju Hinger ma'am, she is known for a soft-spoken nature and a warm, approachable personality. Her ability to connect with students effortlessly has made her not just an extraordinary teacher, but also a trusted friend to many. Her presence will be deeply missed by all those who had the privilege of learning from her. अब इसी कड़ी में आगे बढ़ते हुए हम अपने सेवानिवृत्त सहायक कर्मचारी श्री हरीश जी आहारी और श्री लालू जी का भी हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करते हैं। आपका निरंतर सहयोग एवं विद्यालय के प्रति निष्ठा इस संस्था की रीढ़ रहा है। आपने सुनिश्चित किया कि सब कुछ सुचारू रूप से चले, हमेशा अपने चेहरे पर एक ऊर्जा भरी मुस्कान लिए। मैं आपका आपके किए गए सहायताओं के लिए एवं सहयोगों के लिए तहे दिल से आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। आपके किए गए सहयोग एवं निष्ठा कभी अनदेखे नहीं किए जाएंगे। We wish you all happiness, health and fulfillment in the journey ahead. May this new chapter be as rewarding and meaningful as the years you devoted to us. Your contributions will always be remembered with great respect and gratitude. I would like to conclude my speech with the lines, you have shaped lives. You have shaped lives, and now it's time to unwind and enjoy the fruit of your devotion. May your retirement be a masterpiece of joy, love and fulfillment. Thank you one and thank you all.
Thanks a lot for those heartfelt words. As emotions run deep and memories fill the air, I would now like to invite the choir of our school to honor this special Thanksgiving program. what a touching performance. That song wrapped our memories in a melody and left a warmth that words alone could never hold.
Now, we would like to hand over the mic to Neelu ma'am and Yogita ma'am for honoring retirees.
We now come to the most significant part of today's celebration. Time to honor our retirees for their relentless efforts they have put all through the years to make the school so prestigious. May I now request our esteemed retirees to kindly come forward to the stage as we honor them with a token of our love and appreciation through a garlanding ceremony. Let's welcome them, children, with a huge round of applause. I call upon respected Savi Maloo ma'am, respected Kaipada sir, respected Anju Hinger ma'am, respected Harish Ahari, and respected Lala. Keep clapping, children. It is your day for celebrating their hard work and dedication. I would also like to call upon stage Reverend Father Manager, Reverend Father Principal, and Reverend Sister Sushila to do the honor. Taaliyan bajate raho. Keep clapping. To present the bouquet to Savi Maloo ma'am. Children, keep clapping. Thank you, Father. I request Reverend Father Principal to present the bouquet to respected Kaipada sir. To present the bouquet to respected Anju Hinger ma'am. I now request Father Manager to present the bouquet to Shri Harish Ahari. Father Principal to present the bouquet to Shri Lalu Ramji. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Sister. physics teacher whose enthusiasm for science is as boundless as the universe itself. 33 years of turning complex concepts into real-world applications. She has ignited a love for physics that inspires students to question, explore, and understand the world around them. She is none other than our dear Savi Maloo ma'am. Ma'am, please come forward. Give a huge round of applause, children. I now call upon our respected teachers, Anita Jain ma'am, Anita Bapna ma'am, Sunita Sebastian ma'am, Neelam Kumawat ma'am, and Innocent Joseph sir for the garlanding ceremony. Please, teachers. sir, please take a seat. Over to you, Yogita ma'am.
शब्दों में भले ही हमारी भावनाएं पूरी तरह न उतरे, लेकिन हमारा सम्मान, आदर एवं स्नेह सदैव अंजू मैम आपके लिए बना रहेगा। मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी अंजू मैम को कि वे आगे आएं। आपकी सेवा, निष्ठा व लगन के लिए हम धन्यवाद करते हैं, जो आपने इतने वर्षों तक शिक्षा के इस मंदिर में निस्वार्थ रूप से दिए हैं। आपकी सादगी व समर्पण की भावना हम सभी के लिए एक आदर्श है। आपके स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन हेतु मंच पर मैं माल्यार्पण के लिए आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी आदरणीय निशा मैम, मिनी मैम, आभा मैम, अनु जोसेफ मैम एवं गोवर्धन सर को। आप सभी मंच पर पधारे। अंजू मैम का केवल हमारे शिक्षकों का ही नहीं, बल्कि उन अनदेखे नायकों का भी है, जो हमेशा पर्दे के पीछे रहकर हमारे विद्यालय परिवार को स्वच्छ, सुरक्षित एवं व्यवस्थित बनाए रखने में अपनी महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाते हैं। मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगी श्री हरीश जी आहारी को, कि जिन्होंने न केवल अपने कार्यों द्वारा बल्कि अपने विचारों व सादगी द्वारा हमारे हृदय पर अमिट छाप छोड़ी है। आदरणीय श्री हरीश जी, कृपया जोरदार तालियों से इनका स्वागत करें। आप 38 वर्षों से विद्यालय परिवार का एक अभिन्न हिस्सा रहे हैं। आपके माल्यार्पण हेतु मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ आदरणीय बग्गा सर एवं प्रतिमा मैम को, विद्यालय छात्र वर्ग को, कि आए और मंच पर श्री हरीश जी का स्वागत अभिनंदन करें। कृपया जोरदार तालियों से सबका स्वागत करें।
सेवानिवृत्ति के इस स्नेह समारोह में अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगी श्री लालू राम जी का, जिन्होंने मौन रहकर अपने समर्पण एवं कर्तव्य निष्ठा की मिसाल प्रस्तुत की है। आपके 27 वर्षों का कार्यकाल हमें यह याद दिलाता है कि महानता किसी विशेष पद या स्थान पर रहकर नहीं, बल्कि हमारे कर्मों, समर्पण एवं जीवन मूल्यों पर निर्भर करती है। आपके स्वागत और अभिनंदन हेतु मंच पर मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी आदरणीय ध्रुव सर एवं हेमलता मैम को। आदरणीय ध्रुव सर एवं हेमलता मैम को आप आए और लालू जी का स्वागत अभिनंदन करें। विद्यालय सहायक कर्मचारियों में सोनिया जी, राजू जी, भवन लाल जी एवं बलवंत जी को निवेदन करूंगी कि आप भी कृपया क्रम से लालू जी का स्वागत माल्यार्पण द्वारा करें। कृपया जोरदार तालियां बजाते रहिए। फादर मैनेजर से एवं अंजू मैम से कि आप मंच पर ही उपस्थित रहें एवं रेवरेंड फादर प्रिंसिपल, अन्य शिक्षकगण व सहायक कर्मचारियों से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वे सभा में अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। आशीर्वाद आपका सदैव मन को छुआ करता है, पथ प्रदर्शक बने रहें, दिल ये दुआ करता है। शब्दों से कैसे करूं मैं स्वागत आपका, शब्दों से कैसे स्वागत करूं मैं आपका, स्वागत तो सदा मन से हुआ करता है, मन से हुआ करता है। स्वागत अभिवादन करती हूँ रेवरेंड फादर मैनेजर का कि वे आए और हमारे सेवाभावी सदस्यों का अभिवादन एवं आभार अपने आशीर्वचनों के द्वारा देकर उन्हें कृतार्थ करें। आदरणीय फादर मैनेजर।
We would now like to invite Preeti ma'am on stage for the felicitation ceremony of respected Anju Hinger ma'am.
Reverend Father Principal, Reverend Sister Sushila, all the staff members, my dear students, we have gathered here to give thanks to our beloved teachers, Mr. Savi, Maloo, Mr. Thomas Kaipada, Mrs. Anju, Hinger, and the supporting staff, Mr. Harish ji and Lala ji. We are really inspired by the words that have been put before us on the flags. Best wishes for a new phase of life. Thank you for making a difference in this institution since the time you came here. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th USA President, once said, "It is not the years in your life that counts. It is not the years in your life that counts. It is the life in your years." I stand here on behalf of the management, on behalf of the society, on behalf of the school family, on behalf of the students, to thank each of the retirees. Your life, as I read from the quotation of Abraham Lincoln, you have spent this life here. Mrs. Savi Maloo, Madam, 33 years. Mr. Thomas Kaipada, 29 years. Mrs. Anju Hinger, 14 years. लालू राम सेवा करते करते 27 साल हो गए हमारी संस्था में, और हरीश जी के 38 वर्ष हो गए हमारी संस्था में कार्य करते थे, सेवा कार्य देते। The best part of your life you have spent here. Your dedicated life, your supportive life, your inspiring life in the teaching field. Mr. Shri, Maloo, Mr. Thomas Kaipada, and Mr. Anju Hinger. I remember Mr. Savi Maloo saying to me, since the time I joined St. Paul's School, I increased 33 kg. So 33 years, every year she was increasing 1 kg each year. So, but Badayo. And today you must have been more than that. Today almost 5 kg you must have increased. 5 kg. I'm not going to speak to you. They have the students and the other on the stage, the anchoring people have spoken enough about each one of you. I'm very grateful to you all. Well done. Coming back to the life, that is the God's gift. first gift of God to each one of us. We did not make it or get it or bought it on our own. It is from above. So our life He has given to be fruitful, to be fruitful. Or that is what they have done. Mr. Savi Maloo Madam, Mr. Thomas Kaipada, Sir, and Mrs. Anju Hinger in this institution. I am again very, very thankful, very, very grateful to each one of you. God bless each one of you, and in the entire life, may your life be happy, joyful, and be filled with God's blessing. Harish ji, many of you do not know where he is serving, कहाँ काम कर रहा है, सबको मालूम नहीं है, लेकिन डायसिस के बहुत बड़े अधिकारी उसके लिए काम करते हैं। बिशप स्वामी जी का कैंपस, बिशप जी के सारी सेवाएं वही करते हैं वहाँ पर, बिशप हाउस नियर द चर्च, और वो बहुत ईमानदारी से करते हैं, और बिशप भी बहुत खुश हैं वहाँ पर उनकी सेवाओं से। हरीश जी, हम शाला परिवार की ओर से आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं। हरीश जी, and Lala ji, we have, in the name of the school, we have a little plot of land in Sisarma, and we have got a little bit of farming. लाला जी, लालू राम जी वहाँ पर थोड़ी बहुत खेती करते हैं, संभालते हैं, दूसरा भी कार्य है वो भी करते हैं, लेकिन हम याद करते हैं आपको आज के दिन कि आपकी सेवाएं बहुत ईमानदारी से आप करते हैं। हमने देखा है, पाया है, बीमारी हो या दुख में हो, तकलीफ में हो, हमेशा मुस्कुराते रहते हैं और बोलते हैं मैं सेंट पॉल की सेवा करना बंद नहीं करूँगा जब तक मेरे मन में सांस है, मैं काम करूँगा। Though it is very difficult, that place is very dangerous also, that area, but he doesn't get frightened. कभी हिम्मत नहीं हारता है। लालू जी, आपको और आपके परिवार को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। That's all from me. Thank you once again to each one of you for bearing with me, having patience to listen to me. Thank you very much. God bless each one of you.
Thank you so much, Father, for your golden words.
Now, we would like to invite Preeti ma'am on the stage for the felicitation ceremony of respected Anju Hinger ma'am.
Good morning to one and all present here. A warm welcome to Reverend Father Principal, Reverend Father Manager, Reverend Sister Sushilia. Our retirees, this day is all about you. We are here to celebrate your incredible journey and contributions. Our honored guests, thank you for being with us today. Our teachers, your presence reminds us of the bond and the legacy we share. And our lovely students, thank you for being here to show respect and gratitude. It is now time to welcome and bid farewell to one of the most beautiful souls, someone whose smile, radiant and bright, has always been a source of light for everyone around her. Her grace, intelligence and strength in her roles as a teacher wife, mother, and a homemaker has always been something to admire. The way she has nurtured and cared for the children with so much love, dedication, and warmth is beyond measure. All this is a testament to a wonderful lady she is. She is none other than our favorite Anju ma'am. It is both an honor and an emotional moment as we gather here to celebrate the retirement of Mrs. Anju Hinger ma'am, a dedicated educator who has been an integral part of the institution for past 14 years. With a total teaching experience of 21 years, she has been a guiding light for the young minds, especially of the children of grades 3, 4 and 5 in science and mathematics. Beyond her professional journey, she is also a proud mother. Her son, Shri, an ex-St. Paulian, went to earn an MBA from MNIT Jaipur and is now the marketing manager at Google, Gurgaon. Her husband, Mr. Satish Hinger, is serving as a mining engineer with Rajasthan State Mines and Minerals Limited, adding to a family deeply rooted in commitment and excellence. Ma'am, it's been great to have you with us. Now to speak a few words about her from a more personal and special perspective, I would now like to call upon someone who knows her not just as a colleague, but a very close friend. She's been with her through the thick and thin. So let's hear from our favorite, respected Majida Aslam ma'am.
A very warm and hearty good morning to Reverend Father Principal, Reverend Father Manager, respected sister, esteemed guests, dear teachers and my dear students. It is truly said by Robert John, teaching is a work of heart. It touches the heart of the teacher, the hearts of the students and hearts of those who come into contact with them. Today, we are gathered here to bid farewell to our beloved Anju Hinger ma'am, a dedicated educator who has touched countless lives. It's my proud privilege standing here to present a brief profile of Anju Hinger ma'am. As the meaning Anju, a beloved blessing, her name reflects her personality. She was born on 19th February 1972 in Udaipur. She grew up in a loving family with one brother and one sister. Ma'am completed her schooling at Kendriya Vidyalaya, did her graduation and post-graduation in the chemistry from Science College of Mohanlal Sukhadia University. She devoted over 21 years of her life in shaping young minds, 7 years at Central Academy, followed by a glorious 14 years of journey at St. Paul's, which began in 2011. Her classrooms were not just a place of learning, but a place of inspiration, where students discover both knowledge and guidance. What truly set her apart is her graceful and grounded nature, a woman of simple living and high thinking, always peaceful, ever patient and deeply dedicated to perfection. Her warm and loving personality touched every heart around her. Beyond school, her love for painting and cooking, especially sweets, reflected the same care and warmth. Her husband, Mr. Satish Hinger, a distinguished mining engineer in RSNM Udaipur, is a kind and humble person. Her son, Shri Hinger, an ex-Paulian, who made all of us proud with his academic brilliance, presently contributing at Google as a business consultant, is a testament to the values she nurtured at home. Ma'am, today when you are parting from school, it marks the end of an era, but also the beginning of a new chapter, filled with well-deserved peace, joy and good health. Your dedication and passion will be deeply missed, but your legacy remains. Thank you.
Thank you, Masida ma'am, for your kind words. I now take the pleasure to invite Chandrakala Trivedi ma'am to hand over the token of love and gratitude to Anju ma'am from the teaching fraternity. Chandrakala ma'am, please. Thank you, ma'am. Please be seated. Now comes the moment we all have been waiting for, the chance to hear from the star of the day. Her journey with us has been nothing short of inspiring. I now invite respected Anju ma'am to share a few words with us.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Father Manager, Father Principal, Sister, teachers, and my dear students. It's with a genuinely heavy heart, but also a deep sense of gratitude that I can say my final goodbye to St. Paul's today. These past almost 14 years have been truly special, and this place and all of you have meant so much to me. To our principal, thank you for your leadership and for making St. Paul's such a supportive place to work. I have truly appreciated it. To my amazing colleagues, my fellow teachers, thank you for the teamwork, the laughter, and the friendship. I'll miss our chats and working alongside such dedicated people. And to my wonderful students, both past and present. You are the reason I've loved coming to work every day. Your energy and eagerness to learn have been a joy. Keep being your amazing selves, keep learning, and always be kind. I miss you all dearly. This won't be an easy decision. As some of you may know, I've been dealing with some health challenges and I have realized I need to focus on getting better. The school has incredibly understanding and offered every possible help to allow me to stay, and for that I am so grateful. But for now, I need to put my health first. I also want to send a huge thank you to my incredible family, especially my husband Satish and my son Shreyans, who was a student as well. Your love and support mean the world to me, especially now. Thank you for standing by me. While I am set to go, I treasure the memories I have made here. I wish everyone, the staff, and especially the students, all the very best for the future. And I am certainly hoping for a speedy recovery for myself. Thank you for everything. See you again. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your heartfelt words. You have truly left us with the memories to treasure and lessons to live by. I would now request our dear Chandrakala ma'am and Masida ma'am to escort her to the seating area with all the honor and admiration she truly deserves. Ma'am, please. It's rightly said that a teacher affects eternity. She can never tell where her influence stops. Ma'am, your warmth, patience, and passion for teaching has left a lasting legacy. You will be deeply missed. We wish you a joyful, healthy, and a fulfilling new chapter ahead.
Up next is a performance bursting with rhythm, passion, and unstoppable energy.
Let's welcome our dancers for their performance.
on this one. That was cool.
Now, we would like to invite Flora ma'am on the stage for the felicitation ceremony of respected Savi Maloo ma'am.
Good morning to all. Goodbyes can often be bittersweet moments filled with mixed emotions and nostalgia. And when it comes to bidding adieu to someone at work, there's no denying that the occasion calls for warm, fond recollections and a whole lot of appreciation. It's my pleasure to honor Savi Maloo ma'am for her remarkable service and passion for education. Please join me in welcoming Maloo ma'am on the stage for a well-deserved felicitation. Maloo ma'am, kindly come up on the stage. I request all of you to give a big round of applause for Maloo ma'am. It is with a mix of profound respect and a touch of sadness that I stand here to celebrate the remarkable journey of our dear Savi Maloo ma'am, who has shaped so many young lives for an incredible 33 years. 33 years, think about that for a moment. That's more than 3 decades of dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment to this institution. That's countless hours spent not just in the classroom, but inspiring the young minds to see the world a little differently. Savi ma'am, who joined St. Paul's School on 21st July 1992, has left an incredible mark on our school's history as a physics and computer science teacher. Ma'am was born on 10th May 1965 in Roorkee, District Haridwar. She is the second child out of 4 daughters. Her father, late Professor C.M. Toshniwal, was an eminent environmentalist at IIT Roorkee. He was awarded with the Paryavaran Shri, titled by the Prime Minister of India for his outstanding contribution in the field of pollution control. Her mother, Mrs. Lakshmi Toshniwal, is a multi-talented lady with diploma in home science. Maloo ma'am's parents have been pillars of strength throughout her journey as an educator. Their role in shaping her values and characters cannot be overstated. Her 3 sisters have all excelled in academics, getting PhDs from IIT Roorkee. Savi ma'am did her schooling from St. Anne's Senior Secondary School, Roorkee, under the strict guidance of European nuns. Her schooling in a convent instilled in her a strong sense of discipline and a nurturing spirit, qualities that made her significant impact on her life and career. Ma'am has been an alumna of IIT Roorkee. She did her post-graduation in applied physics, MPhil in computer application, and MPhil in instrumentation, which was subsequently converted into instrumentation engineering degree. Ma'am, your academic foundation speaks volumes about your brilliance and commitment to excellence. This rigorous training undoubtedly fueled your passion for physics and computer science. The subjects you brought to life in the classroom with clarity and insight.
Your students have been fortunate recipients of this exceptional knowledge. Now let me also acknowledge the role of man's husband and daughter who have been the rock supporting man in her career. Man's husband, Mr. Maloo, is a chartered accountant and company secretary. He is currently designated as CFO in the Bajaj Consumer Care Limited. Sir, your love and encouragement have made a significant difference in man's career. Man's only daughter, Siddha, who couldn't be present today to celebrate this incredible milestone with ma'am, is married and well settled in Canada. She studied at the London School of Economics and University of Leeds. She has recently done a specialized course from the Harvard University. Now in Canada, she is working as an international career coach and a business consultant. She runs skill development and employability programs funded by the Canadian government. We are grateful to her for the sacrifices she has made to support man's career. Ma'am, beyond the subjects you have taught, you have also instilled in your students invaluable life lessons. Your knowledge spans far beyond the confines of the curriculum. You show that education is not a destination, but a continuous journey of discovery. Ma'am, as you embark on this well-deserved new chapter of your life, we know that your thirst for knowledge will continue to lead you to new experiences. While the school will undoubtedly feel a void without your presence, the seeds of knowledge you have sown in countless students will continue to blossom for generations to come. You have witnessed 3 generations of students walk through these corridors, each leaving a unique mark, and in turn, you have left an indelible mark on all who have the privilege of learning from you. So here, on behalf of the entire St. Paul's fraternity, I extend my deepest gratitude for your 33 years of dedication. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to call upon our manager, Reverend Father Marcel Dodia, to come up on the stage to felicitate ma'am on behalf of the management with a token of gratitude. I request Reverend Father Manager to come up on the stage. And I also request Anju ma'am to come on the stage to honor ma'am as a representative of the staff. Anju ma'am, kindly come on the stage. Dedication she has given to this institution. Ma'am, we are grateful for your service and would love to hear from you the final part.
Father Manager, Reverend Father Marcel Dodiar, respected Father Principal, Reverend Father George KK, respected Sister Sushila Garwal, respected Madam Sunita Lal, esteemed guests, my dear family members, dear faculty members and dear most students. I feel overwhelmed to be standing here today on successful completion of my 33-year-long service to the prestigious St. Paul's Senior Secondary School, Udaipur. I always feel the shower of blessings of Principal, late Reverend Father Fitness Varia, who chose me to serve this school. Dear audience, his selection criteria was not easy, it was extremely difficult. Even after rigorous interviews and written tests, my teaching was judged by him by attending my teaching classes for 15 days and then only the final approval was given by him. Thereafter, I worked under Principal Reverend Father Marcel Dodiar, who is now our manager, Reverend Father Ignatius Roch, Reverend Father Thomas Remigius, Reverend Father George VJ, Reverend Father Basil Makwana, and now Reverend Father George KT. I got to learn a lot from every principal. All of our principals are highly educated, experienced, and passionate people. Our school, dear students, as you all know, was set up in 1953. Our school is 72 years old now. And I am 60 years old now. I have spent 33 years. Dear children, almost half, divide 72 by 2, almost half of its age. And I have seen the school grow and flourish. Only 2 sections of classes A and B used to be there, and now, dear children, how many you have? A, B, C, D, E, 5 sections. The KG used to be there in the bio room. I remember the motherly faces of Madam Bridget and Madam Sushila Mathur. The KG used to be here. The library used to be on the top of the stage, for some time in the current library. IT hall was a church, and so on. We had, now you have the brass band. We had the Scottish band that bagpipers, our students, used to play. Non-stop construction is going on, dear audience, each one of you. Those who have, you children have joined now, but this is a very, very prestigious thing for me. Non-stop construction is going on since past 33 years. You see, the school is flourishing and growing. During last 28 years, you know, other than the academics, engineers, doctors, army men, chartered accountants, during last 28 years, our school has dedicated 946 state-level players and 236 nationalists in games and sports alone, and many on the international level. As regards me, I had been put on many maiden ventures by the school, dear audience, when I was put to test, by the students and the school authorities, and I had to face many difficulties but make it, and also make way for the others to follow. Just to quote, I was the first lady teacher to teach class 10th. First lady teacher to be the class teacher of 10th. And amongst the first 2 lady teachers to go on tour, that also 15-20 day long tour. And so also international school tour. I was the first lady to go for social service camp in a very remote tribal area of Jharol. And my journey was not an easy one, as I was always put to test I was on a test drive. First one to do. Now what I'm going to do after my retirement, many of the students and my friends have asked my colleagues. Now you all will wonder, but agree. Because I have been going to school since I was 2.5 years old. My mama, she put me in the nursery. So my mama sent me to school when I was 2.5 years old. And ever since I have been going to school and school and school. What I know is get up early, take tiffin, take water bottle bag and go to school, come back in the noon and do some school work. So dear students, dear audience, I don't know the life beyond this. I don't know what my future is going to be. I only know one thing, that the disciplined routine, of course, will not be there now. What has the school given to me? A lot. So the first statement which Reverend Father Marcel very happily declared, I came lean and thin, very lean and thin, and I put on 33 kgs weight in 33 years. Keeping aside laughter. The water of St. Paul's is very holy and very health-giving. Dear children, you bring your water bottles and fill them from the school. It is very nice. And all the teachers, please consume this holy water every day. I came here very crude and raw with lots of degrees in hand and lots of enthusiasm. I learned the real meaning of life here when I dealt with children coming from different backgrounds. When you are surrounded by children, all of your worries are gone as they are bubbling with innocence, laughter and happiness. You feel energized and young always. I think all the teachers will agree. All of my ex-students, most of them, out of all of the students, most of them are in touch with me since 1992 batches I'm mentioning till the date, and they make me feel proud. Teachers always bless the students, but in my case, my students have been blessing me always, and this is my most precious earning. In order to teach, I had to learn and read every day. The gift of St. Paul's is, I feel enriched with knowledge. So this is what I have gained. And important to mention, by the blessing of God and the patron St. Paul's, in the year 2010, I got an opportunity to conduct a tour to NASA, USA for astronaut training of 25 columns. I wholeheartedly thank the school management, the manager Father Marcel Dodiar, and Principal Father George KK for having so much of trust in me and supporting me always. Dear students, we are so lucky to have them as our seniors, our superiors. Of course, all of you know this new building, Bishop Joseph Patalil Block, is a result of their efforts and hard work. So I think you should at least clap for our fathers. The setting up of Alumni Association after 71 years, Reverend Father George KK, the principal, took the initiative of organizing the Alumni Association, and this has been the biggest milestone because of his efforts. Special thanks to the pillars of our school, respected Sir S.L. Jain and respected Sir C.D. Alphonse. They both don't know day and night. They are dedicated and working 24/7. And they have always been available when I required them for help and guidance. Thank you, sirs. I am blessed. Thanks to all my wonderful colleagues for rendering their immense cooperation always. Actually, I want to speak a line for you, but I fall short of time. Really, from the depth of my heart, I thank God for having you all as members of my St. Paul family. And few of the expolients are my students, are the teachers, God bless them. Thanks to all my wonderful students whom God has given me as a gift. You are the flowers and butterflies in my garden, dear children. If I planted you on a sunny path, gave you less water or cut your branches, it was all for your proper growth and blossom, my dear ones. And I shall miss you the most, my children. I shall miss all of you, every day, every moment. Dear teachers of my staff room, dear ladies of my staff room, I shall miss sharing tiffins with you, birthday, anniversary, samosa treats, celebrating festivals in vibrant uniform colors, amla candies, and everything, my dearies. Special thanks to Madam Flora Jacob for giving such a heart-touching introduction about me. I'm indebted for life. Thank you, ma'am. God bless you. Thanks to my parents and teachers for making me educated and capable enough to serve in this institution. And lastly, before I conclude, it is necessary to mention that there has been one person who has been my guiding angel, who suffered a lot in order that I could serve the children here, whose share of time and love and affection I have been giving to the school children. I could not check her copies because I had to check your copies. I could not make her study. It is my only child, my daughter Siddha. You could not come. Thank you, beta, for your immense sacrifices. Dear audience, perhaps this is my last address to the school, although the microphone is my friend. Ever since I was in 3rd standard, I leave the school carrying beautiful golden millions of memories and a big historical record in my mind. So you can always refer me. But I am just a phone call away from all of you. And there is a request to the management, if you allow. If possible, respected fathers and the management, please establish a canteen which used to be there earlier, as we all need it. Want a canteen in the school? And I conclude, although I am retiring, but Robert Frost lines, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. And one line specially dedicated to St. Paul's and my colleagues, and many teachers who have joined are freshers. Kal chale hum fida, jano tanu saathiyo, tumhare hawale St. Paul's saathiyo. Jai Hind, hail St. Paul's. Ma'am, please escort ma'am to the sitting area. Thank you, ma'am, for everything. I wish you a happy, healthy, and fulfilling retirement with the greatest blessings.
Every single time any one of the mentors, the coaches, or the teachers part ways, they smiles, our giggles, our of course, our heartbeats, our sunshines, and our rainbows.
Every time any one of you part ways, you take away your share of us, as if creating an empty space somewhere within us with sincere hopes that it's a small world and we will cross paths somewhere at some point in time to say, see you, till we meet again and rekindle the camaraderie imagined.
Next in row is a beautiful duet presented by Sangeeta ma'am and Jyoti ma'am. Stage is all yours. Was really captivating, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed. We would now like to invite Neelu ma'am on the stage for the felicitation ceremony of respected Thomas Kaipada sir.
Celebrating a mentor, a guide, and a friend who has touched countless lives through numbers, logic, and a deep passion for learning. He has made math not just a subject, but a language. We could understand and even enjoy. Something not every student thought was possible. I stand here filled with mixed emotions, happiness, gratitude, and hint of sadness. Honored and privileged to invite to the stage a pillar of wisdom, patience, and inspiration throughout his career. Our beloved mathematics teacher, respected Thomas Kaipada, sir. Give a huge round of applause, children. Please, sir, I welcome you wholeheartedly to grace the stage for a well-earned and deserving felicitation. Please join me, audience, in giving a warm round of applause as we welcome sir on stage. Has served this institution for a remarkable 29 years, leaving an indelible mark. Let us take a few moments to reflect on his journey, his achievements, and his contributions. Hailing from Kerala, Kottayam, he was born on 10th July 1965 to Mrs. Rosamma Thomas and late Mr. K.T. Thomas. He is the third child of the family among 3 brothers and 3 sisters. His eldest sister is retired from St. Teresa Senior Secondary School, Udaipur, and is now settled in Kerala. His second sister is serving as a nun with PSA at present in Italy. The younger sister is also settled in Kerala. His brothers, younger to him, one is a businessman settled in Kerala, one has retired as a group captain from Indian Air Force and settled in Bangalore. And the third one is in service in Milan. A BSc B.Ed from Kerala, a young boy of 22 years, was brought to this beautiful city of lakes by late Reverend Father Varghese Kaipada, also his paternal uncle, and he owes this journey to him. He joined St. Paul's in July 1996. He entered into marital bliss on 14th June 1993. His better half gracing the ceremony today, Mrs. Shaji Thomas, who is also a PGD mathematics and delivered a good number of 29 years of service herself. This lovely couple is blessed with 2 sons, Thompson Thomas and Tonin Thomas, specially mentioning that both of them are also ex-St. Paulians, who passed out school in 2012 and 2016 respectively. Thompson Thomas is a BTech and done his Masters in non-destructive testing from Dresden University, Germany. Currently he is working as a program manager in the Department of Global Customer Quality and Compliance at TATCO in Germany. Thompson is married to Leah Koithara, who is pursuing Masters in Geodesy and Geoinformatics from Leibniz University, Germany. They are blessed with a cute son, Charles Kaipada Thomas, 2 years, 9 months, who is also witnessing his grandfather's commendable journey today. Well, sir, you don't look like a grandfather. Santur mom to suna tha, Santur dad aaj dekha hai. Kyun audience? A huge round of applause for Thomas sir. His younger son, Tonin Thomas, is now pursuing his Masters in Data Science from the University of Europe for Applied Sciences, Germany. He is a BTech in Computer Science from Christ University, Bangalore. An incredible journey, sir, of commitment, hard work and passion. I would now like to call upon stage Reverend Father Principal, Father George KK, on behalf of the school management, to grace sir with a token of love and gratitude for his selfless and dedicated working. Please, Father. A huge round of applause, children. Keep clapping. I would now like to invite respected Ajay Gupta sir on behalf of the teaching staff to felicitate sir with a token of appreciation and gratefulness for his years of relentless working. Ajay Gupta sir. Take up the mic. The audience is eagerly waiting to hear from you.
Reverend Father George KK, our principal, Reverend Father Master Dioria, our manager, Reverend Sister Sushila, our in charge, dear colleagues, students, my co-retirees, and their dear and near ones. A very warm good morning to one and all. It was in the year 1996, August, that I stepped in this institution as a curious and enthusiastic young man. Today, I step away from the institution at the age of 60. My heart is filled with gratitude. Gratitude to the memories we have created, the lessons we learned, the life I earned, and to what I am now. It has been a long journey together, during which I strongly believe that I discharge my duties and responsibilities honestly and faithfully for the betterment of the students and hence the institution. I am immensely proud of the time I spent here and my contribution to this great institution. The last 29 years of my service here are unforgettable for me for many reasons. I learned, earned, and transformed a lot during this period by the grace of God and the legacy of the institution. There have been many legends in this career of mine to whom I am indebted. I remember with gratitude every manager and principal, my superiors in this institution during the tenure of my service. I am immensely grateful to the Honorable then manager, later Reverend Father Kaipada, who is my paternal uncle, and later Reverend Father Harish then principal, who were the carriers of this institution at the time of my joining. Both of them were great inspiration for me, providing me with all the affection as a parent or guardian. While being far-sighted administrator, they were not only missionaries, other visionaries as well. I express my sincere gratitude from the bottom of my heart to Reverend Father George KK, the principal, and Father Marshal Dioria, the manager, for the opportunity which I have extended to the service under their able guidance and support. I recall with gratitude the Honorable Bishops and all other management officials, namely Reverend Father Ignatius Roach, Reverend Father Thomas Remigius, Reverend Father George Vijay, Reverend Father K.C. Joseph, Reverend Father Basil Makwana, under whose guidance I had the opportunity to work and grow. My dear students, at least some of you might say that I am a bit stubborn and strictly disciplined. Yes, of course, I am. It has always been the need of time and subjects. It is for the benefit of you, students, because you are the strength of a teacher. It is truly said that every tree is known from its fruits. A teacher is known from his students. I may not be able to remember you by name, but your face will be imprinted in the canvas of my mind. It is my humble advice to each one of you that never compromise with your duties and responsibilities. Always follow the path of truth. Dare enough to fight against injustice and to say a big no when and wherever necessary. Be aware about your rights. May the Lord Almighty bless you with His choicest blessings to come out with the flying colors in your life. Finally, to all my colleagues, teaching, non-teaching, and all the other supporting staff members, I will always remember and cherish our moments with an inexpressible love. Love, respect and concern for your immeasurable inputs and support during my tenure in this institution. Some of them are not with us. I recall them as well with immense gratitude. If I am not wrong, I believe that some of you do see me as an elder brother. If you believe so, then yes, it is so. This journey is incomplete without mentioning my family, my better half, Mrs. Shaji Thomas, who has always been a great support and strength for me in my personal and professional life. For every storm I faced, and every high I reached, she has always been there holding my hand tight. Now, how I can leave my children out, Thompson and Tony, flanking my left and right. My dear daughter-in-law, she is not my daughter-in-law, she is my daughter, and my grandson, little Charles, my favorites amongst them all. I am immensely grateful to the people behind this program. We have seen that for last many days, many teachers, a good group of teachers, they are working hard to make this program a successful one. I am not pointing out their names because every one of us know them very well who is working behind this curtain for making this function, this program, a wonderful one. I am immensely grateful to those people behind this program. Their hard work and commitment is highly appreciable. I extend my sincere regrets to anyone and everyone in having unknowingly not extended my gratitude for their presence in my life. Thank you one, thank you all. Thank you, St. Paul.
Thank you, sir. We will miss your kind heart, sense of humor and your wisdom, sir. But we also wish you luck to embark on this new chapter. May it be filled with joy, peace and all the things you have given so selflessly to others. Thank you, sir. I would now like to call upon Ajay Gupta, sir and Siji ma'am to escort sir back to his seat. Thank you, Father.
chance to see them spread shimmer as we tap their toes to convey a big thank you to all the teachers.
शिक्षक जीवन है, संबल है, शक्ति है, सृष्टि में निर्माण की अभिव्यक्ति है, उंगली पकड़े बच्चे का सहारा है, डूबती हुई कश्ती का किनारा है। शिक्षक तपते मौसम में बारिश के समान है, छोटे से परिंदे का बड़ा आसमान है, अप्रदर्शित अनंत प्यार है, करुणा, दया और अपनेपन का भंडार है। शिक्षक ये जीवन तो जीवन का दान है, जीवन में सफलता पाने का प्रमाण है, उपहार है जिसका शेष जीवन पर्यंत हमारे साथ है।
कुछ अधूरे से हम भी कुछ आधे, आधा आधा हम जो दोनों मिला दे तो बन जाएगी अपनी एक जिंदगानी। ये दुनिया में न मिले हमको, खुशियाँ बढ़ा देगी हर दम को, तुम साथ हो फिर क्या बाकी हो, मेरे लिए तुम काफी हो, मेरे लिए तुम काफी हो, मेरे लिए तुम काफी हो। Oh
one of the loveliest dancers ever.
I agree. I've never seen anything cuter than that. जिंदगी एक रंगमंच है और सबको अपना किरदार निभाना है। श्री हरीश जी आहारी और श्री लालू जी उन लोगों में से हैं जिन्होंने पर्दे के पीछे रहकर अपना किरदार बखूबी निभाया। ये ना होते तो ये रंगमंच ना होता, ये रेला, ये मेला ना होता। अब मैं योगिता मैम से निवेदन करती हूँ कि वे मंच पर आए और इनका अभिवादन करें।
जीवन के सफर में कई मोड़ ऐसे आते हैं जो हमें भावनाओं के गहरे समंदर में डुबो देते हैं। आज एक ऐसा ही महत्वपूर्ण व भावुक अवसर है जब हम विद्यालय के उन दो सहायक कर्मियों को विदाई देने के लिए एकत्रित हुए हैं जिन्होंने अपनी मेहनत व समर्पण द्वारा हमारे विद्यालय संस्था परिवार को उच्च शिखर तक पहुंचाने में अपना योगदान अदृश्य रूप से दिया है। आप दोनों ने अपने कार्यक्षेत्र में जो सेवाएं दी हैं वे आपके समर्पण एवं निष्ठा की अद्भुत मिसाल हैं। मैं मंच पर आमंत्रित करती हूँ श्री हरीश जी आहारी एवं लालू जी को। कृपया जोरदार तालियों से इनका अभिवादन वंदन करें। सेवा के ये 38 वर्ष एवं 27 वर्ष आपके परिश्रम, निष्ठा एवं ईमानदारी के परिचायक हैं। सर्वप्रथम मैं आपका परिचय श्री हरीश जी आहारी से कराना चाहूंगी। आपने अपने जीवन के महत्वपूर्ण 38 वर्ष कैथोलिक एजुकेशन सोसाइटी को समर्पित किए हैं। डूंगरपुर के देवल गांव में जन्मे आप 3 भाई तथा 3 बहनों से संबद्ध परिवार में तीनों भाइयों में सबसे बड़े हैं। अतः सभी के संरक्षक एवं मार्गदर्शक की भूमिका आपने बचपन से ही निभाई है। परम श्रद्धेय बिशप जोसेफ पागालिन एवं फादर एनिकट के माध्यम से सन 1984 में सेंट पॉल्स उदयपुर में अपनी सेवाएं देना आपने प्रारंभ किया। परिवार में आपके 2 पुत्र एवं 2 पुत्रियां हैं। बड़े पुत्र हमारे ही विद्यालय की विज्ञान प्रयोगशाला में कार्यरत श्री अनिल जी हैं एवं छोटे पुत्र श्री मनोज जी हैं जो वर्तमान में राजस्थान पुलिस में अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं। आपकी दोनों पुत्रियां भी शिक्षा प्राप्त कर रही हैं। आप न केवल अपनी पारिवारिक जड़ों से जुड़े रहे हैं बल्कि विद्यार्थियों एवं समाज के प्रति भी समर्पित रहे हैं। इन 38 वर्षों की अवधि के दौरान कई शिक्षकों, छात्रों एवं कर्मचारियों के साथ आपने पूर्ण लगन, निष्ठा, ईमानदारी एवं विनम्र स्वभाव से कार्य किया और जीवन का कष्टपूर्ण समय भी मुस्कुराते हुए व्यतीत किया। आपका जीवन हमें यह सिखाता है कि वास्तविक ज्ञान डिग्रियों से नहीं, कर्म और सेवा से भी प्राप्त किया जा सकता है। आपके अद्वितीय योगदान के लिए धन्यवाद एवं आभार देने हेतु मैं सर्वप्रथम रेवरेंड फादर मैनेजर को अनुरोध करूंगी कि वे मंच पर पधारें। विद्यालय प्रबंधन की ओर से स्नेह के प्रतीक चिन्ह को भेज करें। विद्यालय शिक्षकों की तरफ से भेंट देने हेतु मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ प्रहलाद सर को कि वे आए। एवं सहायक कर्मचारियों की ओर से श्री लहरों जी से विनती करूंगी कि वे आकर हरीश जी को भेंट करते हैं। श्रीमान लालू राम जी हैं। आपकी कर्तव्य निष्ठा एवं समर्पण का परिचय इसी बात से लगाया जा सकता है, जब पहली बार आपसे पूछा गया कि आप कब से इस विद्यालय संस्था से जुड़े हैं, तब आपका उत्तर था, इतना तो मुझे याद नहीं, पर बचपन से मैंने स्वयं को यही पाया है। आपने मावली के बारनी गांव में जन्म सन 1965 में लिया। आपके पिताजी स्वयं श्रद्धेय फादर कुटीरों के समय विद्यालय में कार्यरत थे, जिनके साथ आप विद्यालय में आया जाया करते थे। फादर रोज के समय आप सेंट पॉल्स उदयपुर का एक अभिन्न अंग बन गए। 4 भाइयों में आप दूसरे स्थान पर हैं। हमारे विद्यालय में ही कार्यरत आदरणीय वक्ता जी आपके छोटे भाई हैं। लालू जी के 3 पुत्र एवं 3 पुत्रियां हैं। 3 पुत्रों में 2 सेंट एंथनी विद्यालय में कार्यरत हैं तथा सबसे छोटे पुत्र योगेश जी हमारे ही विद्यालय की कारपेंटरी विभाग में गत वर्ष से कार्यरत हैं। सादा जीवन उच्च विचार की कसौटी पर उतरने वाले लालू जी स्नेही, नम्र एवं हंसमुख प्रवृत्ति वाले व्यक्ति हैं। आपने कार्यक्षेत्र में कुल 27 वर्ष की सेवाएं दी हैं, जो आपके कर्तव्यों के प्रति समर्पण की परिचायक हैं। हालांकि आपकी औपचारिक शिक्षा शून्य रही, लेकिन आपने जो जीवन के अनुभव से सीखा वो किसी उच्च शिक्षा से कम नहीं है। आपका जीवन हमें सिखाता है हमें हमेशा विनम्र और मूल्यों से जुड़े रहना चाहिए। सफलता केवल बड़ी उपलब्धियों का नाम नहीं, बल्कि हमारे द्वारा किए गए हर छोटे कार्य में निहित होती है। मैं रेवरेंड फादर मैनेजर से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वे विद्यालय प्रबंधन की ओर से श्री लालू जी को प्रतीक स्वरूप यह चिन्ह भेंट करें। विद्यालय शिक्षकों की ओर से मैं पास्टर सर से विनती करूंगी कि वे आएं और स्नेह रूपी प्रतीक इन्हें भेंट करें। सहायक कर्मचारियों की तरफ से एक छोटी सी भेंट देने हेतु मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ श्री हरीश जी सुथार को कि वे आएं और अपना स्नेह एवं सम्मान इन्हें भेंट करें। कृपया जोरदार तालियों से आप इनका स्वागत अभिनंदन वंदन करें। आपका आने वाला जीवन सुख, स्वास्थ्य, यश और सम्मान से परिपूर्ण हो, यही हमारी शुभकामनाएं हैं। आपके समर्पण व योगदान को देख ईश्वर से यही विनती है, प्रज्वलित दीपक आप खुद, फिर हम उजाला क्या और दें। प्रज्वलित दीपक आप खुद, फिर हम उजाला क्या और दें।
के अलावा क्या और दें? है ईश से यह प्रार्थना जग की खुशी दे आपको। है ईश से यह प्रार्थना जग की खुशी दे आपको। कर दे सफल निरोग हर्षित चिरंजीवी आपको, चिरंजीवी आपको। मैं रेवरेंड फादर मैनेजर से विनती करूंगी कि वे आए श्रीमान हरीश जी एवं लालू जी की सेवानिवृत्ति के अवसर पर अपने अनुभवों एवं विचार को व्यक्त करें। धन्यवाद आप सभी का।
Now comes a truly special moment when the mentors become the mentee themselves. Our beloved teachers are here to offer a Thanksgiving song, a tribute to all the years spent together at this institution.
touch to this occasion. Your perspective will truly enrich the tribute to their invaluable contribution to the school fraternity. On the same note, I would now like to call upon stage Mr. D.K. Maloo to speak a few words on this beautiful journey of dear Savi Maloo ma'am that she has accomplished. I also call upon stage Thompson Thomas to share his thoughts on the years of dedication imparted by his dear father, respected Thomas Kaipada. I also call upon Ankita to join us on the stage on behalf of Anju Hinger ma'am. Maloo sir, to do the honor.
Good morning, everybody. Respected Father Master, respected Father Principal, respected Sister Sushila, all staff members of St. Paul's, my family members, esteemed guests, and dear children. At the outset, I must say, I am overwhelmed with joy and emotion to witness such a grand function organized by all of you in St. Paul authorities on retirement day of Madam and others. It is needless to mention that the school carries a legacy. It's a great school, and I must say this is the best school not only in the city but in the entire district. The students from this institution, from this prestigious institution, they have excelled in their career, they have touched new heights in their career in India and abroad. I also thank school for inviting my family members to be part of this grand function. My uncle, Professor R.K. Jain, who is a retired principal of a government college. My sister, Professor Hansa Nyati. My brother, Chartered Accountant Dinesh Bedi and his wife, Pratima. My sister-in-law, Mrs. Lalita Maloo. And last but not the least, my nephew, Mr. Raghav Nyati, who is ex-Paulian, and he is engineer from BITS Pilani and ISB student, has been remained the ISB student, management scholar. Now, there is a small audio clipping from our daughter Siddha, who is in Canada and who has missed this grand function, but she wants to convey her gratitude on this occasion. I'll just run a small clipping.
But my heart and soul are deep, Mom. I know that today's function has been a grand one because you often keep on telling me about the grandeur of St. Paul's School and how every event is celebrated here with great pomp and show. I wholeheartedly thank the Principal, Reverend Father George K.K., School Manager, Reverend Father Marcel, all the faculty members and students of St. Paul's School for organizing today's function. I also thank all the previous and current principals and managers of the school for being considerate, passionate, and for always supporting my mom during her 33 years of journey in the school. Hats off to this great center of learning. I have come across numerous expoliants who are doing so well in and outside India. Thank you, Mom, for giving direction and meaning to our lives. I love you and I'm proud to be your daughter.
Once again, I thank all of you for inviting me and my family members to be part of this great function. We are really grateful, and I thank all the authorities, staff members who made this function a memorable one for me and my family members and for Madam. Thank you. Thanks again.
Thank you, sir. It was an honor listening to you. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Thompson Thomas to share his thoughts.
Reverend Father Principal, Reverend Father Manager, esteemed teachers, staff members, beloved students, and guests. I had prepared a whole long speech when I was on my plane to India. But after seeing the commotion, I'll try and keep it short as much as possible. To be honest, I'm at loss of words how to begin with and what to begin with. Because when I address this gathering here, I am here to present my thanks to this institution. But at the same time, I'm also bidding farewell to one of my favorite teachers. Yesterday, Thomas sir left home for one final time to the school. That day had slowly been dawning on him for the past 1 year. It's not the absence of a routine or the lack of doing something worthwhile that's going to, kill him. Instead, it's something that the school has, the aura the school creates, and the lack of time that he cannot spend anymore here. The time he spent here and the time that he's now here to say goodbye. That is what he's going to miss. His professional journey has always been deeply interwoven with his personal life. After all, me and my brother, we have been ex-colleagues. He may not be an Aryabhatta, he may not be a Talaiva per se, but if he happens to walk in during your games period, I'm pretty sure he won't hold you back. He will ask you to proceed to the ground. He won't disturb you with any long or complex formulas for just the sake. If he doesn't have an answer to any question, he'll come back home, he'll sit on it, and come back the next day with much more clarity and the humility that he has always carried. And I can say this because I have witnessed his late nights and early mornings. And if I were to ever summarize my dad in 3 words, those would be hard work, integrity, and loyalty. Yes, the same loyalty that has kept him for the past 29 years at this great institution. At a time when this world is rushing behind self-interest at no matter what the cost, to become 1/3 of the man Thomas Sir is in itself a rare feat, something that his own sons are trying hard to achieve. And as I stand here today, I realize one thing as well, that his discipline, that uncompromising professionalism is what makes me the proudest. The standards he has set in his professional life, the sense of responsibility, the commitment to fairness, They are not just admirable, they are aspirational. In a generation like ours, where shortcuts tempt us daily, his principles shine like a rare light. And today, as the sun finally sets on his days at St. Paul's, he is stepping away, having lived a full and meaningful chapter of his life. Years ago, when he first walked through these gates, he had my mother by his side, holding his hand tight. But today, when he steps away from this life, he walks out, holding the tiny hand of his grandson. It speaks of love, of legacy, and of a life lived with purpose. There is this poem by Robert Frost. It's called The Road Not Taken, and there's a quote that you might have heard a lot in this school years. It says, "Two roads diverged in the woods, and I took the one less traveled, and that made all the difference." Well, that made all the difference for Thomas sir, and he is definitely leaving behind a trail. And thank you, St. Paul's. This institution has been more than a workplace for him. It has been a home away from home. It has been his purpose, his pride, and his second home. From the bottom of our hands, but from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you, and wish you a nice day.
Thank you, dear. Your words will be cherished always. Ankita ma'am, the mic is all yours now. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings of the day. Well, today is a kind of a bittersweet day. As we all know, we have gathered here to bid farewell to an extraordinary educator, mentor, and an aunt. Standing here today, I feel incredibly grateful for the unique opportunity I got to speak for none other than my aunt, Mrs. Anju Hinger. She has dedicated her career shaping young minds and inspiring a love for the subject in countless students. As a teacher, she has inspired many students with her wisdom, dedication, patience, and kindness. Her passion for teaching has clearly been evident in the way she planned everything, her unwavering support, her patience, her kindness, generosity, and whatnot. As an aunt, she has been a constant source of love, support, and guidance. She is the person I could always count on, whether I needed help at school or just someone to talk to. Watching her pour her heart into both her profession and the family has taught me a lot more than any textbook ever could. As we say goodbye to her teaching career, we take comfort in knowing that her legacy will live on through the countless lives she touched. The memories of your classes where laughter, curiosity, and creativity thrived will be cherished. As you move forward into this next phase of your life, I want you to know how proud I am of you and how thankful I am for you. So let's take a moment to express our sincere and deepest gratitude to Mrs. Anju Hinger for all that she has done. In the end, I would like to conclude the line written by Robert Browning, "The best is yet to come, the best is yet to come." I also have a short note for you. Dear Mama, a heartfelt farewell as you close this chapter and step into the new beginnings. Your kindness and wisdom have touched many. We are grateful to share this next journey with you. Always here with all our love, support and hugs, Ashi and Shreyans. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Now, we would like to invite Reverend Father Principal on stage for his words of blessing.
Respected Father Manager, Father Marcel, respected retirees, Savi, Maloo, Thomas, Anju, Hinger, Harish and Lala. Time flies. And for the one who is engaged in doing his work, engrossed in doing it, suddenly there is a knock at the door saying it's time to wind up. That's what is happening in the life of our respected retirees. And the longest serving we have Harish ji. हरीश जी को हम बोलते हैं कि ये बिशप का आदमी है और डरते भी हैं। हंसमुख और हमेशा हंसाना वाला रहा है हरीश जी, और कहते ना हाजिर जवाब, तो कुछ भी बोलो देयर विल बी रिप्लाई फॉर दैट एंड बिफिटिंग रिप्लाई इज वेरी वेटी। और उनसे कुछ थोड़ी देर बात करने से हमारे सारे टेंशन दूर हो जाता है। हरीश जी, थैंक यू फॉर प्लेइंग योर रोल। आपका जो रोल था वो अदा करने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मिलते रहेंगे। I will be rushing through my speech because we are already running short of time. And then we have Savi Maloo serving this institution for the last 33 years. An IITN, more than physics and computer science, she was interested in moral science. And she helped the children to groom themselves. She always took the chance, whenever there was a chance in the class or outside, to instruct the children and telling them character is most important. Thank you for that. Moral upbringing was her forte. And she's a library of the alumni here. And because of her, we had to ask her for most of the important alumni. She has a list of them and she knows many of them personally. Thank you for all that you have done for the institution and for the generations that passed through its portals. Thomas Kaipada has served 29 years in this institution. He is a right mixture of knowledge, firmness and compassion. He believed that mathematics is the basis of the universe, the heartbeat of the universe. In his own language, Logathinte Spandanam Kanakilla. He believed that and he practiced it and he made his children understand maths is the basis of everything that is right. We have Ma'am Anju Hinger. I appreciate her sincerity and her dedication. She knows the role of a teacher very well, and that's what motivated her to step aside when her health was not allowing anymore. Because a teacher has to be so active, so involved to make the children come up. Thank you, ma'am, for your understanding and for the dedicated work that you have given. और हमारा लाला जी 27 years. Most of us, the teachers and the students, are seeing him for the first time. because he was always walking behind the scenes. Teachers relish tea in the break. उसका प्रभाव लाला जी के गौशाले से है। लाला जी के गौशाले में जो प्योर मिल्क वहां से आता है, उसी से टीचर्स आपकी चाय बनते हैं। तो कम से कम आप याद रखिए, लाला जी was feeding you all throughout. लाला जी, आपके कारण हमारी चाय में ताजगी था, मिठास था, और आपके जीवन से इस संस्था ने बहुत कुछ पाया है, उसके लिए आपको भी धन्यवाद। And now I would like to thank the organizers of this program very specially. You have seen it was such an interesting program, and there was not a moment of boring. And for that, all the guests and the students and all other teachers, thank you. The organizing team led by Alfonso. Members being Flora Jacob, Neelu Davic, Preeti Jain, Yogita Bhatti, Pragati, Poonam Chundawat, Pascal sir, and all those who have helped them, and all the performers on the stage, and the angles, and all these participating students who made the program fantastic and a memorable one. Thanks to every teacher and every student for being good spectators and involvers. We are running out of time, so I take this opportunity once again to thank each one of you. Stay simple.
Thank you so much, Father, for your golden words.
I would like to hand over the mic to Mukesh sir.
Don't stand until last. Don't stand until last.
Get ready for school anthem. Keep your right hand on a heart.
Say
seat where you are standing. I request the guests to please move towards the IT hall. And the teachers, after the children are dispersed,